We get a good mid lane matchup. You can use your imagination on the bottom left here. There he is. I see a storm.
Oh, we're back.
Oh, we got it.
Nice.
This is our man. So I believe this is our producer, right? Who's doing the observing for us. So that's wrong. Incorrect. Oh, he's back. BTB is back, my friend. Oh my God, he's here to save the day. Now, all we missed was a first blood. It doesn't matter because it was a boring one. They just ran at runes and killed a guy. Nobody cares. It did go to XM. So this Monkey King having a strong start in the mid lane already in a matchup, I think is Monkey King favored by a long shot.
Yeah, I mean, already having the Orb of Frost, right, helps so much in this lane. Being able to channel those Jingu charges. So.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
they're very like...
yeah?
They're very distinct timings. Every time that I've played the Monkey King hero, like, you have Orb of Frost, you have Boots, you have level 2 in your Jingu, and then you have the full Corrosion. Each one of these things is like a gigantic power spike. And anytime you can get it before Storm even gets, like, you know, just Boots or even other stat items, it's so huge.
Yeah, for sure. I mean... Let's see what happens here first. Okay, just a bit of hope. I mean, for the mid lane, I feel that this lane is definitely playable for both sides. I agree with you, it's Monkey favored. But I think what really is gonna like make the difference in the lane is the support rotations. I feel like you can snowball really hard either way. Maybe more to the benefit of Monkey. Like it's pretty easy to pressure a Storm early on with just one guy as the Monkey. He's gonna go for a kill here. I'm not sure.
Ooh, yeah, he is. Oh, root into root. That's what you love to see. Paulson, and they get the kill. Even it up finally. I think, I think Mira grabbing the cluster cluck already might not be enough. And oh, Ame. He's going for that triple bracer build as well. He's still looking kind of just like ghost side items right into the Radiance.
Yeah, I think you need the last hit potential, right? So you just want to build up stats on this guy generally. He hits like, or he massages pretty much.
He and Medusa kind of like have pretty rougher level 1 damage. Now the Medusa already has, you know, the Null working on another one coming out. So she had a really strong start in these waves, but it's not easy for her to CS either. It makes sense that the Shaman... Oh, man, he actually doesn't have a single deny yet. That's not surprising. Nightfall? Hopefully not to die again here. XXS, he'll be the one that gets the Lotus.
No, this is a guy that hits hard though. This Magnus already sitting at like 80 damage. Same with Tiny.
Ooh, bottom side. Mira in danger here. Looks like they should get the kill. That's going to be Ame picking it up. And those kills matter so much more. I mean, you get one kill on the Lifestealer. That is what, like 15 CS for his feast? And XXS on the other side. Holy moly. The cores. They're feeding. Okay, yeah, so it's 15 per... Yeah, that is so much. So much. XM, man. He's starting to really step up on this lane. He's making sure that nobody gets...
Almost level 5 as well.
Yeah.
I mean, Kiyotaka has been preparing to stack, so... That's definitely going to help out. I wonder if they're going to go for an attempt to contest it later on XG. You know, right now he's really strong. Is he already out? Ooh, that's a good steal.
That is a really good steal. I like the level. Sometimes people would rather go for that next point in the Jingu, but this is just good for the mobility, especially you're going to need this later on if you want to rotate, if you want to stay on the Storm. And oh, another kill. Panto goes down. XG. They're doing really well in this laning stage so far.
Yeah, and he's also hitting every single bramble, even without a skewer, right? So good job by Shinkyu there. I wanted to mention as well, since you bring up the monkey tree dance, like the added utility from having trees in the river now, which wasn't the case in the old map.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely a huge buff for him, which Monkey was already considered one of the better mid laners, right? And now he's gotten a shadow buff in the sense.
Yeah.
Not many heroes would benefit from this, so it would pretty much only be Monkey King and Tiny, right?
Oh, there's one more. One important one. Also one more kill. That's what I meant. I'm getting ran down still. No, there's one more hero that loves trees in the mid lane.
Is it Prophet?
Timber. My boy Timber saw.
And Nature's Prophet.
That's true. You know, it's nice to not have to use your sprout to get a tree and Panto. Oh, well done. Having it in the pocket there to jump away. There's a lot of trading going on in these lanes. We've had a lot of kind of like bland laning stages, but not this one.
Yeah, a lot of kills already. 3 for 3 right now. I mean, I think this next rune is going to be super important for either team. Can definitely speed up this game.
Who does that favor more though. I mean, I'm looking at the lifestealers, like whenever you hit Radiance, that's like peak farm. Just get all this extra HP as well. You're super scaling. I don't know if Tiny necessarily has that, but man, Medusa does. As soon as you can get that meteor hammer.
Oh, haste on Xtreme.
Oh.
Kiyotaka not level 6 still, so.
What do you think about this? Going for the armlet first on Ame instead of going just like, you know, Bracer Phase Radiance.
I like it. It's gonna enable him to be in part of the fights a lot. Yeah. Like earlier on, and it makes a ton of sense with the Empower Soul, right? Just gives you so much damage and survivability, really. So I'm always a fan of the armlets on Nags. Maybe not if
a lot of damage already here. XXS, yeah. Taking a lot, but now they're going to turn on Nightfall. This guy's still big, and he's under his tower with Panto right behind him. Yeah, you're not going to be able to go on that.
Yeah, for sure. One of the big upsides of having Tiny carries that he's so hard to gank, right? But now Xtreme is coming over, so we'll see.
Oh!
They should be aware, though, with that obs placement.
Yeah, so it's a hard obs to place, especially anytime that you are de-warding. I think that is a good sign, though, for any support players.
They're still going
Make sure that you're warding on that side. Oh, they still are. And XXS, I mean, he might have taken too much damage. The knife, it hits him as he skewers away. Beautiful hit there from Panto, but he will give his life in return. You know he takes that every day.
That is really brave from Aurora, actually. They just saw Xtreme right, like 1,000 meters away.
Wow.
And in the meantime, Kiyotaka, he didn't have to respond to anything, right? He was able to farm his massive stack. That was like a quad or 5 stack.
Whew. Yeah, his CS is
so, you know, he's completely caught up in the game.
It might have been worth it if they got the kill on Tiny, but at that point, I think even then, like giving the Storm any amount of space to get this gold is so much worse for XM since he's built on punishing you in this laning stage.
Right. I mean, now you're kind of past the point, like where you can truly punish. Even if you get a willow rotation right now, I don't think Kyo is gonna. We're gonna see here. They're gonna try for 8. But even if they hit those brambles, you know, it's not gonna bring down a Storm at this point.
Yeah, no. I don't think so. You'd have to have way more. Now, Panto, he's got his shooter, so he's able to step up on this one. The slow shouldn't be enough for him. Now, he's actually going more points in stun, so XM, maybe with the same read you had, that like we were lacking some lockdown, but surely the stun is not enough.
I don't think Kyo is gonna. We're gonna see here. They're gonna try for 8. But even if they hit those brambles, you know, it's not gonna bring down a Storm at this point.
Yeah, no. I don't think so. You'd have to have way more. Now, Panto, he's got his shooter, so he's able to step up on this one. The slow shouldn't be enough for him. Now, he's actually going more points in stun, so XM, maybe with the same read you had, that like we were lacking some lockdown, but surely the stun is not enough.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna need the stun plus a bramble plus a cursed crown, really, to bring him down on RP, right? And yeah. Well, they're gonna go for something else now. They want to go for Toronto, which makes sense. I think prioritizing this Storm right now is not gonna be worth your time.
He's going Orchid on the Monkey King. I think I listed 3 heroes that could go in Orchid, and he wasn't any of them. Looks like they are going on the Lifestealer here. Getting the root, but he has a Rage. Turn her right back around on Mira here. Gonna get the kill. XM picking it up. They didn't want to give him the extra 15 feast. Shame.
Actually, I'm sure they wanted Toronto there over it, but just so happens that they walk into Mira there. So I feel like right now,
time really that like a support has gotten in the way of them killing a core on Monkey King.
Right? I feel like XM's flow, surely, I mean, he's doing great for himself, 4.6k net worth, minute 9, but I'm sure some of these moves would have liked them to hit on a core.
Yep. The fraction more gold isn't as much, but the fact that these cores have been able to just like kind of sit back and farm whenever somebody is aggressive in their lane is really nice. I mean, there's so many camps around the map right now. Nightfall was just hitting an ancient camp and a hard camp, like right behind, or a small camp, right behind his base as they went on this Panto here. It's like so easy for him to kind of dodge just until the Monkey King goes back to mid.
Yep. I mean, they're gonna have to stake on him for a long time as well if they want to bring him down, right? Same story with him, which is...
Yep.
I guess it's hard for XM, but it's not impossible.
No, I mean, with this Lifestealer build, he'll actually be more of a threat to Tiny early on, having that armlet, getting a lot of that extra attack speed, lifesteal, so it will be good in some ways. Something that might not be good here is the Invis rune in there for the Monkey King. He stepped in, took it, but I think he might be in danger now. The stun, it doesn't connect. Kiyotaka He gets the kill on the Monkey King, and balance may be restored in the mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, you see this, just the problems that Rasta brings you all the time, right? Monkey cannot bring up the Jingoos. I mean, he can't really do anything. And right now, the onus is on him for sure, right? So you can tell in his item build as well. He wants to get his Orchid to get something to happen, but
yeah,
I feel like
God, yeah, dude, 2 obs in very rapid succession as well. The support net worth is popping off.
It is for sure. I mean, Kiyotaka, he went for the illegal build.
All right, so you already mentioned the illegal build of bots. So can you cope it up this game? Is it okay since he's had such an explosive mid lane?
I mean, there's got to be some idea behind it, right? Let's see here. He's going to kill like 6 seconds.
Oh, dude, do you see how fast he moved when he got skewered? That's the bots right there. Fear takes him away, but it looks like the Rainmaster ult, it will keep XSS in there for a second, but now he's out of mana on Kiyotaka. And he doesn't have to zip because his move speed is so high. It's like he's zipping all the time.
See, Toronto is going to show up here.
This is a bit deep. Yeah, you can see XM. He does not want to just go for free. The Wukongs, they're coming out, but they don't actually hit Panto again. He won't get any extra Jingu stacks, and he may not even kill anybody in this Wukong. Kiyotaka is still alive. Zipping away from this one. He is just so damn elusive.
I mean, can you say it worked out? I guess
it worked.
It didn't not work out.
That's true. It's one of those you look at it and you're like, could this have worked out with any other item? Maybe. But at the end of the day, now he has this to show up to any mid lane he wants. He can show up to a ton of these fights. He can TP mid right now if he wants to bottle up that regen rune. And there it is. Yeah, Tiny just getting whatever kill he wants, even in the carry role.
Yeah,
how was he able to walk up and just murder that guy?
I don't know. Didn't catch it. It's too focused on the travels.
That's the important part.
I mean, I guess if you're gonna be serious about this for one second, I guess the upside is that you're literally not gonna spend gold on TPs anymore in the game. So, and that to some extent, you connect to ganks way easier, and it like, I guess similarly to Nature's Prophet, right? You can just constantly be farming and always ready, which I think is nice. But since I just feel like your mid hero is supposed to be the one leading the tempo in your team, and I feel like when you invest into like, I guess passive income, then doesn't add any strength.
Profit at home,
right?
I have heard the bots thing before. It's like if you can buy bots at 8 minutes, think about all the TPs that you'll never have to buy for the rest of the game. But joke's on you. I die like 10 times a game, right? I'm already getting like 10 extra TPs. I don't need bots on top of that.
That is true. But I guess Kiyotaka is not. He's not planning to die.
He's not, yeah. He definitely is not. After living so much on that top fight, on such low HP, now going bottom, finding the Lifestealer here with the Shackle. He's taking advantage of the mobility of his team, and with the bots, be able to be right on the front lines with them.
Damn, that's tough. And, you know, he's going to be facing up against a Kiyotaka Orchid at some point as well. So many stuns against his Lifestealer, and he's already so far behind as well. Keep in mind. We discussed they picked this Lifestealer into the Dusa, and he did not have a successful linear phase.
No.
Not what you want to see when you pick a Lifestealer.
That's one of the hardest parts of it. Now they will get a revenge kill here. Paulson actually the one getting the kill on Mira.
Still not the spot they wanted. It's still like the third time XM goes for a move and he hits his support only.
Where's the tracker? We need a tracker for... Oh, Skewer. Toronto Tokyo. He won't get the shrine and he's locked in here. Now they already used the RP. Toronto Tokyo. I mean, that Ice Blast. All right, it's cool. It actually does borderline nothing versus this Medusa, though. She still gains mana off the snake, but there it is. XM getting a huge kill on this Medusa with the DD. I mean, this could get him actually closer to the Orchid and maybe start to be aggressive on the map.
Yeah, definitely helps. We're going to see Kiyotaka here traveling in.
So much damn mana. He is galvanized to hell.
He is.
Now with the wards as well, get in the tower. This is a very fast game from Aurora, and honestly, Xtreme are trying to match that pace. That's why they had the armlet on Lifestealer. They don't want to just like sit back and farm it up, but unfortunately, the Medusa is about to have the Radiance before you. Not really something that I'm used to talking about, to be honest.
Interesting that it skips the ASOS, but I guess it does make some sense. Like, they want to play a slower game, right?
Yeah.
It's always a good idea to synchronize your items, so if Storm takes the passive approach, you might as well on the Dusa, right? look for a 25-minute timing instead of a 20-minute timing.
But this skills you. I mean, we talked about how like Ame, he's got 5 different items he needs. If Medusa Radiance becomes that much of a problem, add number 6, MKB. He does not have room for anything else.
Yeah, I mean, can he really get an MKB though? Like, so he's gonna need Armlet, Radiance, and then a Dispel minimum, right?
Yeah. I'm just thinking Manta, maybe, right?
He's gonna need a Manta probably, and then he's gonna need a Sanj probably for like just all these stuns. Yeah, get a Abyssal at some point.
Yeah.
Then MKB. I guess the upside is that Tiny is not gonna get a butterfly anytime soon, but if he would, that would be actually cool. Because then I feel like Ame would, he would definitely get super slot starved. That's in that position.
I thought it was going crazy. I mean, it could also be a world where like Medusa splits across the Radiance and goes like Nullify or Butterfly. Those items are both fine on the hero. Oh, silence up now. This is gonna be another kill for XM. You know, he's doing a good job of getting these quick pickoffs, but this is the other pickoff that is dangerous. Another Orchid, another kill on Ame, and now, yeah, you're definitely gonna have to get that Manta sometime soon. Xingqiu is standing for, but Nightfall might take the bait and be happy with it. There it is, RP. They get him under the Wukong's command, scurrying him into the center of it as well. He's not going to get away from this one, but the Storm Spirit still on top of XM. He's hit by the Meteor Hammer. He's ticking down. Somebody hit him one last time. He dodges his last dodge, I believe. Oh, wait, he gets the top. No, he could get away from this one. TP out, Mira. He can't stop it. XM, you magician.
God damn, that was a clutch escape. I mean, I thought for sure it was going to die the right. I mean, they end up losing Ame, but at this point you'll take it, right? You trade Ame for Nightfall. Definitely a good trade at this point, and that's your Orchid reveal for Kiyotaka then.
Which is a really nice Orchid reveal on the Lifestealer. Maybe not for the
Meteor Hammer there.
It was nice. It was really
nice. They tossed to set it up as well.
I
thought for sure they were going to get XM, but Kiyotaka doesn't have mana.
29 HP, I mean, that's doesn't get closer than that. And it's surprising after all of that it's still 3,000 net worth lead for Aurora. I know it's not a ton, but I thought that things would be going a little bit more in XG's favor after those few fights. Nightfall was farmed. He still is farmed. Getting a kill on him didn't seem that consequential.
Yeah, I guess not. The upside is that, you know, he has his farming kit already finished, whereas Ame doesn't really have his Radiance for another fight. Oh, shit.
Oh, God. Oh, God. And Panto, no!
That's a feels good, man.
Dude, Paulison, you god!
He went for the Glimmer instead, so, I mean, he's gonna finish that right now, which is obviously amazing as a Storm.
I mean,
I would have hoped that was
level 10. Oh, it feels so good. Undispellable on that ulti, so not even Cluster Cluck can save you.
They also had a Sentry prep, but it doesn't matter if you can see the blast coming when he can't react, right?
Yeah, it's always dangerous. I think that's also something that they noticed about this lineup is like you're not taking the Tormentor without Shadow Shaman. So I think they may have only been guessing on having one kill for that one. Getting the Ringmaster as well was definitely the cherry on top.
For sure. Shadowblade to finish our Nightfall right now. He might be looking for a play here. Fights against it, looks like. There's just so much pickup potential right now for Aurora side.
Oh,
they don't even have the blink on Mira yet.
Yeah.
But they got Orchid on Storm and Shadowblade Tiny. You gotta feel so scared right now. And like we said, it's gonna be a long time before Ame or XM can really deal with this.
It is a little bit weird though, because it's like, you know, now that Nightfall went for this build, he doesn't really want to show on waves, right? Like he wants to be somebody who can just come up and kill you if you're not careful. Same with the Storm Spirit, now with his Orchid. So Medusa is really the only one who should be showing on waves, which might actually get a lot of attention over to XG and be like, this is where we're allowed to play, but he's in the jungle. He's still working on this Radiance. This might actually end up hurting their presence on the map.
Yeah, a little bit. But at the same time, though, I think XG, they're very scared to show anywhere, regardless. As long as they don't know what's happening with Storm and Tiny, they're gonna feel scared. You see, they're right now already clumping up, you know, like this.
And they gotta play together. I mean, they have RP. Should be impossible for you to burst XM without there being a mag coming in and ruining your day.
That is true. And you also got the Terrorize to follow up as well, right? So there is definitely potential for wombo combos here. You got the AA, the Monkey with the RP.
That's true.
So, but
I mean, RP AA Blast is already like Borderline a death sentence. They did not pick heroes other than the Deucer, right? That really dealt with this Ice Blast.
Group up from Aurora down at the bottom side. Same story for XG. So
they're playing bottom a lot on XG. I feel like they're leaving a lot of the map open. They had to get some kills here.
Radiance
they're going into the Radiance
Toronto.
Deucer. They're about to break on the smoke, but they don't know who's up there. Nightfall's going to show on his own sentry. Knows it's perfectly safe. He just walks away, and now this whole smoke has been ruined.
Yeah, still missing 2 heroes. They feel not so confident going for this play without Mira and Toronto present.
It's just, wow. I mean, this is Aurora being very aggressive on the map, and kind of all the right things are happening, right? If Nightfall didn't break that smoke, it's possible he actually just gets jumped on and murdered, but instead he's playing on his own sentry, sees one hero on the bottom, just walks away, ruins everything that XG was trying for, and they're not really like turbo farming out right now, right? Didn't they just recently get the Radiance? Do they even have it yet? They don't even have it yet.
Yeah, they don't.
This is all very good for
BKB
Aurora
for
right
as
now.
well. This wave is so scary. Can't go for it.
Yeah.
They're getting completely surrounded right now. XXX gotta be in trouble here.
I mean, they see the mag now. Mutual Orchids hit under the tier 2. They do. They get the Monkey King here. He's still rooted up. The Ice Blast. It'll come too late. The Lightstealer dead as well. Toronto Tokyo is just taking everybody. XXS has to just BKB TP away. Is it ironic that you do that in front of Nightfall?
I mean, like, they can't do anything, right, on XG. They need this BKB on Monkey, and they need this Radiance on Ame still. But it feels like they feel like something needs to happen, right? Because the map is so scary. They're gonna lose at tier 2 now. And, I don't know. It's not gonna get easier with time, but they still need these items. We're gonna see it here, like, Ame TPs in and immediately dies here. Look at him.
Yeah, there's just no hope. Right into the Avalanche. Nightfall in the perfect position.
Yeah. Actually, kind of looked like it TP'd into the Wheel of Wonder, ironically.
Yeah, that's not a great place to be. Panto's had a really great game on the Rainmaster so far, and now thanks to that, his cores networks are just exploding.
Yeah.
We have to use this AARP somehow, but I don't know.
We've seen a lot of these games in the tournament so far where you're like, you have this wonderful wombo combo. The problem is when you're so far behind, it's very hard to get the enemy teams to like clump up, right? Like, what is gonna force them to be together unless you can actually start beefing with them, you know, in a fight? Like, if none of your cores can go in and pressure anything, then why would they respond to it? And then, unfortunate.
Can you even? I don't know, man. That is a thick hero. Right now, Medusa, already with all of her levels, she's sitting at about 4 damage per mana. So her full hero pool is looking at like, 40 plus 32. It's a lot. It's a lot. Like over 4k damage.
Yeah. Wonder what this Parasma is about on Deuce, actually.
I mean, that's something that you do if you're going Ags, right? I don't.
Yeah.
Is that going to be what happens? Just like Parasma Ags?
I guess so. Skipping the Athos build, which has been like the flavor of the month with this hero, right? But
do you think they're going to be missing damage? I feel like Storm is actually like kind of popping off with the damage right now. He had such a better start than they expected. I think Toronto Tokyo is allowed to just be tank, but it's more fun to do this.
yeah, I mean, it's definitely gonna amp up their tiny spells and the Storm as well, right? The magic reduction.
And they are hovering around. They have yet to make a really defined move. They keep trying to make these smokes that give them some advantage, but instead, yeah, Aurora, they're just running right into the Roach Pit.
Yep. I mean, XG, they have no awareness of the road happening, but actually they have no clue where Aurora is at all right now. They see Mira, but
Not enough.
not even sure if they could. They're gonna send the A blast right now, but a bit too late. Wouldn't have changed much regardless.
Yeah.
I mean, with this game state, the travels is looking really good for Kyo, right?
Yep. He's been allowed to be like all over the map, and there's no way that like you can stop him right now because of how far you are behind. I mean, even if you do blink RP him, once you have the AA blast, it comes down to that lack of lockdown. He just gets to press BKB and go away from any orchid or roots that you have on top of him.
And even if you land an RP into Terrorize, you still got the Ringmaster to box him.
Yep, that's true.
Okay, they might try for Toronto here.
Oh, they're gonna try. They had the RP as well, but immediately with the box, Panto, no mercy whatsoever. Gets hit with the Ice Blast. I guess it's a nice cosmetic, but it's still not gonna take him down just yet. Gets a bunch of heal. Thanks to Lotuses as well. He's just alive. Toronto Tokyo is alive. You went for the Medusa. You don't have the damage. You don't have the tools in your toolbox. And they just lose 2 immediately on XG, losing the Willow as well. And XM, gotta be careful, man. There's some heroes hunting around for you.
That is brutal. Now they used everything as well, right? So the map is gonna be so scary for them once more. If it wasn't already, this is gonna be... It's gonna be like a horror movie for XG to play this map right now. And I mean, going for Testusa can work, but you gotta know everything, right? You gotta know where the Ringmaster is, you gotta know that he's completely isolated, which was the case when he went for the Wisdom Shrine earlier, right? But this moment, they hit everything. There was like no problem in execution, right? It's just a poor decision in the end.
No, it's really bad. she literally get healed up thanks to her team. I believe her team, she had a wand, and I think somebody else fed her either a Lotus or just straight up mangoes to keep her alive there. It is genuinely like not worth it at all to Ice Blast the 2, so you should just save it for somebody else.
Right, it doesn't do anything, really.
No. You take Medusa down to what, 500 HP or something that she has left after her mana shield, then I promise you already have the damage.
Exactly. I mean...
In a rough spot.
Oh, Nightfall. They see him though.
Gets the stun, and now rooted up. Yeah, he has it, that...
He could be in 5. They're gonna need a skewer on this.
They are popping the BKB already here for XM though. They root up Nightfall. He's gonna BKB. Ame trying to turn on this Tiny, but he doesn't have the damage. That's supposed to be the matchup you actually like on this team, but it's still not enough for you. Jumping in on XM now, he'll at least try to get some revenge with a heal. Actually on the Shadow Shaman, he doesn't even die. This is just clinical from Aurora. They are running down the map on XG. Oh my lord.
Yeah, I mean, they feel like they have to try something, right? But it's just a bit too hard, unfortunately. Weren't able to get the skewer onto Nightfall, and even if they did, I'm not sure if it would have been enough, to be honest. I feel like Ame has to feel so bad right now. He's a lifestealer in this game, and it's so hard for him.
Yeah.
Right? He's not doing damage to all of these cores. Like, the Storm and the Medusa is so hard for him. The Tiny, sure, he can do something, but there's just so much danger for him. Yeah.
This is like the pinnacle of like a good 23 and 18 pick from Aurora. They had this Storm and they had the Medusa, and it's like you have to find a hero that deals with both of them. And like very often on 24 pick, you don't have one like that. You don't have this all-around meta pick that deals with 2 very strong late game cores that also somehow fits in your lineup. It's almost impossible to find that now.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, Lifestealer for sure wasn't it.
No,
like
I don't think so.
The game would have felt a lot better to play if they had an Ember, let's say. But there's also other debates you could have about the draft.
Oh,
like,
there's other heroes.
Like the Templar was ignored completely until like the very end of the draft from both teams, which I feel like, I don't know. Maybe something from scrims we're not aware of, but the plan has not worked out for XG at all.
Would have been an elite Huskar game once again. True. Actually, like another one of those kind of sneaky hard counters to Medusa since you don't have mana. Mystic Snake just does nothing really to the Huskar.
True. I mean, another downside
you gotta be careful, brother. Yeah, right? Like, we're all looking. It's already happened once. Mira is smart. He's like, I'm out. That heal is not worth it.
Yeah. I mean, it's just so hard to know, though, when the second shrine is going to happen, right? The first one, you can kind of guess it just based on the timer of the game. The second one is...
very difficult.
Yeah. I think another problem for XG in this game is that they have very limited magic damage with this AA, so...
Yeah, that's true. They did not get like kind of the mix. Whenever your first 3 heroes essentially are control, right? And then your last 2 are all physical damage. There's no need for a pipe. Honestly, the BKB is just for roots.
Yeah. Oh, Ame in trouble.
Oh, Ame.
Oh, nice
Gets
RP
the
though.
RP in on two. That's really nice. Maybe he can start something with this. Skewer away. They get a kill on Storm. Now trying to chase down Nightfall. He's got the BKB, but there is no TP. They need a little bit more vision, but thanks to the Stone Gaze from Medusa, they'll stop XM in his tracks for now. Getting onto the high ground as well. He needs to survive up here, but even in his own Wukons, it's not enough. It was a buyback from Storm as well, zipping all over to try to find somebody else on this Xtreme game, and that was a tense buyback, but it worked.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that was pretty good from XG. They, unfortunately, because of the Sanch on Tiny, they weren't able to get the Terrorize follow-up on the RP, but they still got a Storm buyback. I mean, it doesn't really yield them much in terms of map control. I mean, they might even lose Barracks here, but it just illustrates the troubles that they have in this game, right? Even when they set up a bait like this, it doesn't secure them much, and yeah, when you can't outplay the opponents, it's gotta make you think, like, what can we really do, you know? They're gonna go for the skewer here.
Oh,
No BKB on
get
Nightfall.
it. There is no Aegis here. They'll get the box.
Nice
Ice Blast. It could hit! The snipe! Paulson, he is doing his best to keep his team in this game. How much more can he get, though? They have another one coming through.
Right?
Yeah, but there's so much cancel. No, they still get him. Can he even kill this guy, though? Lifesteal, this is one of his worst matchups. Ame is trying to siphon off of all 500 HP that's on this Medusa hero. It's not a lot.
I mean, that is huge. You gotta think that Nightfall was a bit overzealous there. Ooh, they're gonna save their main tracks. Yo, 2 HP.
Don't deny it. Do it.
Well, they get some time to breathe fire for XG, but what can they do with this tiny beat down for 30 seconds?
That's hope, right? Because that was a, you know, quote unquote normal fight. You know, it was on their high ground. They dropped wards. Like it wasn't just like you gained up on somebody who was sitting in a side lane. That was real. You had a really good fight out of it. Can you get more? Hex up, really nice from Mira. Does get rooted. This should be death for him. There it is.
All right, chaining kills together. Glimmers of hope here for XG. I mean, the upside that they have is that, you know, this Empower with double melee core is going to help them scale a lot, but
it's true.
I feel like they're still going to need a lot. Yeah, like at some point, Tiny will not have a good time into this Lifestealer and AA, right? But I think that's still not the main issue. The main issue is to do something. And he's going for the butterfly.
He is doing it. Dude, this is such a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like, what does Ame have right now on the Lifestealer? Oh, wait, never mind. You're a good person who is actually looking at a kill, all right? We don't distract our observers here. Gets the zip through the trees. Oh, no, you can get an RP, but it's not enough. BKB already out from Nightfall. He's just going to walk away, getting away with murder. All right, there it is. So he's got the man, no, he's going SNY. I mean, that could be an SNY that later gets turned into a Dispel and the Abyssal Blade, but for now, even with that, you only have one other slot before you have to get rid of boots or before you have to get rid of an armlet. Even then, like, it's too hard to fit all these items in your inventory.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be the SNY into probably Abyssal and Manta, like you said.
Could be SNY BKB. Is that something like, is staying alive enough?
It's possible, but I would feel like he probably needs more offensive capabilities at this point. Yeah. Like, leverage and power more, right? When you're this far behind.
Ooh, somebody save him! Magnus gonna have an Ice Blast dropped on top of him as well, but that doesn't really stop the rest of Aurora just yet. He's trying to get out, but they can't save him! The mag goes down, and now it's up to Ame to try to get something done without his offlaner.
Oh, he's stuck.
Nightfall. No, he's stuck! They actually body block him on this top side. The wards plays perfectly, and Nightfall gets the kill. Now he's gonna forward on Kiyotaka, finding Jinkyu. They'll fight him maybe under this Wukong, but he gets the BKB off. He wants the support. He will get the support, but now he's got to escape. Rooted, silenced, but he's still hexed up on Monkey. A big zip once more from Kiyotaka. He'll escape. They did have a buyback on Ame as well, so anything they can leave with is good for them.
They might turn this, so BKB is ending for X. It gives you time to get everybody online, not just the cores, but also the supports.
EP online for us on the obs, ready to go. Giving us all those facets as well. Looks like everything is pretty normal.
Yeah, I mean, so what do we need for for XG in this game. We're gonna need like XXS and XM to pop off pretty hard, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
we're gonna need to see a fast Blink Dagger, and then we're gonna need to have them shut down this Storm. Because I think Lifestealer, he's gonna be enjoying his time regardless. I think Ame will have a pretty chill game. It's not the hardest lane for him into Mag Rasta. But
honestly, it's deceptive, but Shadow Shaman is actually a lot of physical damage. But I imagine this one, he goes like, does he go like 201 or something? Like just go all in on just shocking them?
I mean, you could. I mean, the downside actually for Rasta, when I think about it, is that first of all, you have such a right click, right, against the TB, which is not really effective against armor. But the other thing as well is you get reflection cast on you, and then you kind of smack yourself really hard.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be a slow Rasta.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you want your lane item or skill build that you want and your game skill build that you want are not in sync, right? You would love it if you're able to just right click. You go like 113 or something like that. Mouse no battery. Huh.
Happens.
I can't, dude. I actually, I don't know. People are giving me some recommendations for like rechargeable mice, ones that like aren't necessarily battery powered, but like you're still able to charge them with like some pretty good life. I hate having to like change batteries in mice, so I've never gone like wireless for anything.
You have battery in your mouse?
I don't. I have a wired mouse. I wouldn't do that.
Oh, you have wired. Okay.
Yeah, I'm wired. But so many more people are doing like wireless mice. I don't like it.
No, it's nice. It's like going from 60 hertz to not the keyboard, unfortunately. Not sponsored anymore. Sad.
I had to take a hammer to the keyboard as soon as they stopped letting me tell people about it. I had to get rid of it.
Dude, I've had a broken 7 button for years now. Like it's just sitting there. It's loose. It doesn't stick, you know. But I keep it on top of the button, but it moves, you know.
Jesus. You don't use that button, right? I mean, nobody uses a 7 on their keyboard.
I mean, thankfully, I don't have to take Roche timers anymore, or I would.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, do you know how long it's been since I bought a keyboard, actually? I don't know.
How years? I mean, I haven't bought one in years.
Decades, maybe?
Oh, my God. Typical pro gamer, all right? Everything just gets sent to your house.
Yeah, those were the days, man.
It could be again. I'm telling you, dude, I have the checklist. You told me whenever jungling is back in Dota, immediately Venomancer jungle came back to Dota, okay? Yeah. Limp coming back. He's rank 10, baby. This is your time.
I mean, I owe it to you.
Yeah, you do. You gotta get some pubs going, okay? I can queue Western EU. We can queue together. Cool. I'll show you how it's done.
Yeah, we should actually. Well, what's your ping? It's not so bad, right? You're east.
It's like 80 to 100. It's not bad.
That's not bad at all. Yeah.
No, yeah. Because I have a lot of my higher member friends are still queuing Western EU, so whenever I have to queue with them, sometimes it's just like a tank it.
Yeah. I mean, how's the NA server nowadays? Is there a lot of games going?
Ooh. Yeah, there's still a lot going on. I mean, thankfully, like the unranked scene is really fun. I think because like now you don't run into as many like 9 or 10K stacks or whatever. Most of the people that are queuing unranked are like at least in the immortal queues for unranked, there's still like only 6 to 7.5 or something that they're queuing. Mm-hmm. It's really not so bad. So it's still fun. It's definitely not good for a competitive environment, but it's very entertaining.
I mean, it's been a while since I queued NA, but I remember it was really hard to find games at times. I mean, I guess that's immortal, like high rank thing though. But
right, yeah. Because I think right now top 100 in NA is only like 10,000.
Oh, really? That's what is it in Europe? Like 14, 15K, right? Something?
Oh, yeah. It's really high. I mean, maybe I need a fact check on that. Let me see. I think I have somebody on my friends list who just recently got into top 100. So I thought that they were.
No, I know it varies a lot. Like at least I remember I was like rank maybe 50 to 100 in Europe, and then I went to China for a LAN, and then I was immediately rank 1 in China or something.
Right. It's crazy how like that I mean, I know that there's also a thing like there's a lot of win trading going on in the Americas right now, so people win trade on and then they'll go over to Europe and it'll look like they really aren't ranked. It's rough.
Do you think they
But
should
that's
have a
something like it just
global leaderboard?
Ah, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I think so, right?
Oh, his mouse is fixed.
Nice.
Oh goodness, I no longer have to think about how terrible my server is. Let's go.
This is some crazy smoke from XG.
This is like the opposite of what I'm used to. Are they? They're not portaling. What are they?
Wait,
Oh,
they're
this is
just
a
finding a
hard
backstab.
read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We call this the kitchen
is-
route in Sweden.
The kitchen route. What does
Yeah.
that mean?
No, you know in hockey when you go around the goalie, then you score.
Yeah, okay.
That's the kitchen route.
I see. They're
This
going
is it
behind
in
the
Dota
net.
terms.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I like that. I like that. So they're trying to sneak in on the keeper. They find Nightfall here, and once again, for the second time in this game, he finds a smoke of 3 XG players and simply walks away. He
can
even
they
walked
get him?
back. Dodges the knife. Now XM is here. Oh.
That is unfortunate. Now you have stun and you're sinking.
Oh God. Yeah.
Well, it could be worse. I mean, they're probably gonna. They might just wave pull anyway.
I just woke up. Leave me alone.
Oh.
I really like this from
That's.
Panto blocking that camp already. I think
It's all Bobo could do it.
it changes so much if you just like you can even let it get dewarded, right? But the problem is like, are you really? First of all, you're not gonna know that it's blocked right now, right? Because you didn't spot him. And then once you realize, it's gonna take a while. You're there to stack, but it's not even up. You know, you sacrifice a wave for that, and I think it matters more than maybe people think.
Definitely. I mean, because that's a lot of. Now you have some
Ame?
opportunity. Oh my God, Ame.
Wait, he has conjure image. Why does he have conjure?
Yeah. I don't know.
They might get a kill though. No.
Somebody's going to. Both people are going to be really sad here. Somebody might die. Ame already so low in the lane that we were like, this. It has to have been.
Reflection
Maybe he
is
was
like
trying to.
no. Reflection is so imba, man. There's no way you skip
Yeah,
it.
it's really good.
Because now you're
Yeah,
not
I don't
gonna have
know,
your
okay.
level 3 timing either.
I would have thought that it was like, maybe if he saw that he went in power first on Toronto Tokyo, you get Conjure Image, so you can try to out CS him still. But that is
I feel like reflection would still help with that even more.
right,
with the pressure.
Still be better. Yeah. Okay, so rank 175 NA is like just under 10k.
All right.
So it's still probably like 11 or 12 for like top 100.
Yeah. Well, Ame still has a fairly okay start. Could have been worse for sure, considering
really
this
could have,
build
yeah.
and the the health situation.
And Paulson, he's gonna get to a point where like he's just kind of healing up Ame, so it's no real threat in this laning stage anymore.
Yeah.
And Ame needs to be big. He's trying now. Already uses the Metamorphosis, kind of just secures a tomato, but something.
Yeah. That means no reflection until level 3, which is typically you would spam it non-stop, right, in lanes.
Yeah.
TB.
This is a interesting move. It is securing some CS for now. It could have been kills. I think it's kind of what we're missing here. Mira is floating on such low HP. That definitely could have been more aggressive.
Going for the kill there.
Speaking of
Can't
more
go for it.
aggressive
Nightfall in
here,
trouble.
he went Stinger first. Nightfall still goes down. Xingqiu picking up the first blood.
This Ringmaster is so strong, dude. Just
And oh my goodness. Almost got another one. I mean, that's why that guy can solo kill a Morphling.
exactly. I mean, XXX is chilling right now. He's, the stun is not really hasn't caused any problems for him so far. I guess Lifestealer is not the most aggressive hero. Like it's pretty
not.
weak before items and levels.
And this is such. You have to play the waves so weird whenever you're doing this on XXS. But speaking of
oh.
playing it weird, Kiyuta, no! Dude, this guy is an insane mid laner. How does he get the kill there? At least on the other side, Ame does manage to get a kill on Toronto Tokyo. Or
that's
his courier doesn't get a kill on Paulson. Yeah.
That's not what you want to see if you're XM.
Oh.
I mean, he's not supposed to dominate the storm right now, but right now he's less than half his last hits and getting killed as well. That just means faster travels for Kyo, right?
Yeah. Oh.
Oh no.
Ame could be in a lot of
You're right,
danger
trouble.
here, but
They got reflection
heals. I'm sure they do.
He doesn't want to.
No. No. This is a little rough so far. There's definitely some room for improvement, but at least he's alive. He got the kill on one already. It's not the worst thing in the world. Thankfully in this lane, even if it doesn't go so bad, Paulson will be able to kind of just like march out and get his own XP, and Ame will be able to hit jungle perfectly fine.
Yeah, and at some point it's going to be hard to pressure Ame regardless. I think Mag is not like the best pressure hero by any means, and Ame will still have a game. But definitely would have hoped for a better start here. Like, I think with a proper skill build, they would have been able to shut down Mira in Toronto, you know, even forcing Toronto to the jungle. Because you see right now, they're very pressured.
Reflection!
Right?
Reflection! It's actually so good versus this Magnus as well.
Both of them, right? They have such high base damage, so it's just really strong.
I don't know. This has been a really weird one so far. I didn't expect there to be a solo kill in the mid lane, and now the Storm Spirit damn near doubling up. Ame once again using this metamorphosis, but this is a sampler metamorphosis, so still level 1 in all of his spells, not able to get close enough. And it almost, I mean, I know he's gonna get CS, but anytime you don't get at least one kill off of a meta pop, it feels almost wasted.
Yeah, at least they're able to zone them out now. Oh, Nightfall has to do the Walk of Shame.
Oh no, this is not the Nightfall. This is worse than Nightfall.
This feels way worse than the Nightfall.
Okay, if they had any idea that I might disconnect. If I'm walking back to base after a rough laning stage and a random ass Storm Spirit comes behind my tier 2 and kills me, I'd leave.
Well, good thing for him, they're on the same team.
Oh, they're on. Oh, Jesus, you're right. Oh, thank God. I was like, what is he doing back here? He's so aggressive. You can go get the puck.
It's
They're
okay.
fighting in the mid lane already.
I forgive you. You're NA.
That's true. I'm only 11k. I'm still top of my region.
Arcane Rune for...
Oh no!
Alright, he's gonna pay for that.
He is, dearly. Is it worth it to give away the kill but get the rune? Oh wait, does he give away the kill actually? He gets the coil.
Easy coil.
He broke it in the pit, and now he's trying to dodge away. That fairy fire should not be enough. Paulson, he is making some magic happen for this XG team, denying the rune and then turning the kill around.
That was some good jukes by Kiyotaka, to be fair, but they really needed that on XG and X. And oh, Toronto going in.
Oh, yo. Huge skewer play. Now he might. I don't think he actually dies from this one. Has to be a few knives hits. No stick available. Looks like he does just go down. Xingqiu getting some revenge, but that is still rough for the Ame game. He's still level 4.
That is rough. You don't want to see a solo kill. You know, if you're TB against a Magnus, that really shouldn't be happening. But I mean, the silver lining is that Nightfall is not really doing that well for himself. XXS is almost level 6 now. Nightfall just hit his 5, or he's still level 4 actually.
I guess both carriers are having a rough time in the levels.
Yeah. And in that sense, you would probably prefer to be the TB, right? In this scenario? Nightfall, he has high net worth, though. Really high net worth.
Oh. He's just sharing a bunch of XP.
Maybe they got some, you know... They got something with his TPs, you know? I don't know.
I suppose so.
They're figuring something out.
The fun part, though, is that if your lifesteal has that much CS... And you're still having some good levels. I mean, yeah, Panto is level 5 at minute 8. This is really good for him.
That's huge.
So things are going to look good for your team as a whole.
The main thing, yeah. Storm Spirit's doing really good. And they're constantly stacking as well on Aurora side.
I know.
We talked about this yesterday, but... Oh shit, this is
he
great.
got that? I mean... He pumps it, yeah, immediately in with it, but he's still in danger getting up, not onto the high ground quite yet. Another stun from XXS. Kiyotaka needs to get the regen really pumping, but he can't get it. The Epicenter finally gets the kill there. Really pushing the limits there on Storm Spirit, just a bit too far.
Yeah, the regen not strong enough to overpower 4 heroes, unfortunately. I want to see what happens with the stack, because it would be so huge if XG can somehow contest it in the Radiant Triangle, but... I
mean, the puck is coming back in a good way, right? Both of these kills just getting top net worth, where he was a bug that got soloed by the Storm Spirit. Yeah, a lot of items on Courier too.
Right
Surely
now
they're able to contest it.
Yeah, he's top of the game now, but I don't know if they have a read on it. Yeah, I was gonna say we talked about it yesterday, but I think it's a pretty good indicator of the strength of your team, like just based on stacks, understanding the importance. Like look at this goal. He's at 3.5k net worth right now. It's gonna be like
okay, yeah,
and
oh, oh.
So that's
He's just like me, right
almost
at
500
4K.
gold. But I think even the bigger thing is like that was pretty much a full level for him.
Yeah.
While your AA is taking mid, so that enables him to get a fast 6 as well for the AA, which is... It just makes everybody come online. It doesn't cost you much. Like it's very seamless, but it's something that is often neglected by the the not top teams.
Yeah. I mean, look at the lineup that you're facing on XG. Every like minute you get closer to BKB is much better for your team.
Yeah. They're gonna make a move here on Toronto.
Yeah. I mean, he might just end up tanking this, to be honest.
They're gonna get the Infest.
He is coiled up under the tower. Yeah, Infest connects, and now they actually turn this on to Jin Q here. You tried. Wasn't good enough. Nightfall's the one who gets the kill as well. That's plus 15 on his permanent health.
That is very heads up from Nightfall. That's like what a play you can almost always do as a life stealer. Because most of the time you're gonna be fairly uncontested in the lane. You're gonna be chilling, and then you can just TP, save your core, and then go back to farming. It's exactly what he's gonna do here. It's a good way to be useful, even though you're not strong.
Was this the double sampler? PTP has pointed out this is absolutely not a hero I see that on. Surely it was 202 start, right?
On Magnus?
Yeah, it was 202 start. He went the double sampler. This is very rare. Very rare on Magnus.
I guess so, yeah. He just wants the farm speed at this point. The Skewer and Shockwave is really good for the laning stage, right? Yeah. That's why they were able to get kill on Ame. But
I'm just surprised he didn't go 2-1-2 and then just get the point of the RP, right? It feels like
I guess so, yeah.
a pretty valuable skill point, but no.
I guess he wants to hold. He understands he's probably not gonna get another kill onto Ame unless Kiyotaka rotates, and you can just hold it for the blink timing, probably. Yeah. That's the idea.
I guess it's partial. Like, so do we need to start talking about late game now? Because it feels like when you go a build like this, it's like, I'm content farming the map. Right? Kiyotaka is not content, at least not for now. Does end up getting, dude, he dodges the coil as well.
Damn.
This guy is on one today. He has played so well both games so far.
Yeah, for sure. Now without the coil, Kiyotaka feels like he can move into the enemy jungle here. I mean, does he go for Ame here? No.
The answer might be yes, but he really shouldn't. He's done some great things, all right? Don't go too far. Nightfall is having a great time as well, of course. Going right in for the Radiance. No stat items, no armlet. Right in for the farm.
Yeah. I mean, the upside of skipping the armlet is that you're going to have much faster farm speed, right? And
oh, yeah.
I guess he might go back for the armlet after, but not sure. He might feel like he needs some Manta potentially for the puck silence, right?
Yeah.
Or faster Sange for the stuns.
I could see SNY BKB just being fine.
Sure.
I think you do need
Aghanims maybe
in this game. Yeah, right. I think it depends on like what the damage is looking like for your team, which is another reason that like having this Empower Max is going to be good. Obviously, it's still good to give to the Lifestealer, but also having your own source of damage on Toronto, Tokyo is going to be good for your team.
Yeah. I mean, you can tell based on this game and the last one that they have a very structured way of playing the game where they leave Nightfall and Toronto to do their own thing pretty much for the entirety of the game, right? And then both supports focus super hard on enabling Kiyotaka on these active heroes like the Storm. And then if you anticipate Nightfall not getting involved, I can definitely see the upside of just rushing the Radiance, right?
Oh, yeah.
This guy is not entered in game for, we're talking minute 20, 25 every single time when we see Aurora. So if you're not planning on getting involved, you don't need the armlet.
And this is like as rushed as it gets. Now he already got his relic. At this point, he's already happy. This has worked for him. And now, dude, tanking the gank. It doesn't even matter if he dies here. Panto.
Yeah.
He steps right in front, and he maybe enabled something for Storm. He gets fleeced up, but he already killed one. Now he's trying to fight XM. He is still hit with the Ice Blast, but finally he'll go down.
Oh, nice RP.
Nightfall, they get the RP. He finally skilled it. They'll get the kill on XM. basically getting everyone that showed up to this gank except for XXS, but that's fine. Even more gold for Nightfall. So close to this Radiance.
Pretty fast response there by Nightfall and Toronto. I mean, Panto did a good job there. As you said, he tanks the gank, but Kiyotaka, he has no fear. He goes straight into the coil, and I mean, it turns out to be a pretty good trade. You know, Puck was sitting top net worth not so long ago, and right now he's bottom of the course again. So.
Oh my God! Yeah, he went all the way back down.
This is.
I'm surprised.
Sometimes, well, I mean, we've seen this happen multiple times right now with the XM, right? He looks like he's gonna be the strongest core, and then he does a smoke move that goes into a support, and then he dies, and
Man,
it feels a bit.
That actually.
It feels stressed, right? You know, it feels like they're really trying to get stuff happen, but it's very unnatural. It's not very objective focused, if you know what I mean.
That is a great, yeah, because I was thinking, like, in my head, it's you want to do this towards wards. Like, how do you know you're going to get what you want? Well, because you see it, and then you go. The other one, yeah, like, we still are waiting on any tower to get taken. I think it's a crime that this top tower is still alive right now.
Yeah.
And even bottom tower, too, but...
Yeah, I mean, I guess what I'm saying is, like, they could go for a 5-man move onto Nightfall bottom. They don't even have to kill them. As soon as, like...
Right?
As long as they bring Ame, they're gonna get this tower minimum, right? And then XM can go back to farming. He doesn't have to make these long smoke walks. Then, you know, he's not hitting creeps for a minute. And then, if the smoke fails, or even if it hits, honestly, like, you're not gonna progress your game. And then it just turns into awkwardness. I mean, I understand that the game is still in their favor right now, but I feel like XM's game could have been so much better.
So they do it for mid, which is great, but the unfortunate part of this, they could have gotten this bot tower and then gone in for the Tormentor. One of the reasons that Dire has actually been favored sometimes in these matches is because this is the natural tower for you to take bottom, and it's right next to the Torm. A little surprising, they don't get it. Now, Aurora, they feel fine trading out this mid tower, and they portal away from another impending smoke from XG.
They might actually go for Ame here.
Oh no, they did not portal.
They only have 3 heroes, though.
RP connects.
Okay, they don't need more.
God! Yeah, they didn't need anyone else.
Dude, Ether Shock apparition. I guess they didn't even.
That was only.
It didn't even use it, I think.
No. That is just insane amount of damage.
But you can tell
so far, this has been like really good from the supports of Aurora. They have a good idea of where they're going to play on the map.
Super good. But you can tell the game is not structured for XG, because normally, minute 15, that's a place where you should feel very safe if you're the carry of XG. But
ooh, Nightfall. No fear. He is going Manta. It's not. It's not great for lifestealers. A lot of them would rather have the SNY just because of the raw health and regen that you get from that Sange. It feels too good to kind of give up. Status resist is always insane. It's honestly a little greedy sometimes to go for the Manta, because you can also use it to shove waves, and that's kind of the cope that you get from it. But in this game, you have to get away from that Waning Rift. Yeah,
and also the reflection, right? So you have a dispel tool that you don't need to spend rage every single time.
Oh, Xinkyu! Boxes himself. Should be fine. It's like 140 HP, as long as he doesn't drop below that. Yeah, he's really fine. Oh, in the river. This is a huge epicenter. They might actually be able to turn this one. Kiyotaka in the coil finally gets to get the zip away, but XXS should eventually take Toronto Tokyo. No, he's alive. XM, he has to be the one to get the kill. They finally get it. Xinkyu actually picking it up. Not the trade that you wanted to begin with for Aurora. They end up losing 2 for only the Sand King.
Yeah, it could be worse, honestly, for XG. I mean, it works out pretty good. I think that I still see the same issue, right? They're always thinking about the enemy team, always reacting. I feel like they're not taking charge of the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think something that a lot of our analysts even talk about in this event is like setting the pace, right, of the game. That is going to objectives. That's forcing the enemy team to respond to your moves because you're stronger and you have a good idea of what your timings are. I think Aurora could make those timings now if they wanted to, but they understand that like XG isn't even trying. And we have a guy who maxed in power, a Radiance, and a Madman zipping across the map. We're fine to sit this one out for now.
Exactly, and setting the pace doesn't always mean you need to make the first move, right? Setting the pace can mean you decide what is important in the game. Like what do you respond to and what do you not. And it seems like for XG side, they are not really on the same, like they're not on terms with what they value in the game. It Seems like they're thinking a lot about these small kills, which you can tell Aurora, they are not there to connect unless they have their timing, you know? The first time they actually responded properly was at the bottom on the smoke when Toronto has his Blink Dagger. But before then, you don't see Nightfall or Toronto making some... They're not going to TP for anything, right? They're going to TP when it makes sense and when they feel ready. And I think right now this is the difference between the two teams.
Yeah, no, for sure. I like the builds that we have. Like, we do have the Sand King eggs completed. So this is something that he's looking to maybe get a fight going with. But at the same time, is it... You made a move just before this. Does the rest of your team want to wait? I feel like XG might not be hankering to fight right now. Even though they do have the most farm, they still don't exactly want to make a move on the map.
Oh, they're going on Ice. Ice Blast coming too.
I've seen this before. Yeah, they hit him with it here. The Ice Blast. Is it enough time? Yeah, he could Sunder away.
Give him the Sunder.
He needs somebody. Paulson, yeah, needs to get close enough. No, he doesn't get it. But now they will coil up the Storm Spirit. He was trying to TP out. Instead, now that is not enough. Yeah, he still ends up going. You and I are saying, like, surely you walk forward to Sunder and die at Ame's hands, right?
Yeah, for sure you do. I mean, they at least get the trade on Kiyotaka, but that's not what you want to see.
No.
And once more, Aurora taking the initiative in the game.
Yeah. That's the Blink RP all ready to go. Yeah, maybe there's some... Did he get rooted somehow?
I mean, he's not even trying for it. He's starting to march.
Oh! Oh, he sundered the wrong illusion. He sundered the illusion that was like 50% HP instead of the one that was at 100% HP. I guess Paulson was like, you got one right next to you. Just use that guy.
Thunder, the target, noob. You know?
Yeah, right.
All right,
I get it. Yeah, this would be nice. Taunted by the wheel. Big kill.
Neutrals, almost.
Oh, almost, dude. They want to get involved. We've seen a lot of those creeps actually get involved in this tournament so far.
Oh, they're actually going to go for the Roche here. Yeah, they definitely had the damage for it, but the question is Aurora going to realize it?
If Aurora don't get to this, this could be how Xtreme gets back.
I think they could definitely contest this if they wanted to on Aurora, but I guess they're pretty content with their map position. But, you know, Kiyotaka already has his BKB and Toronto has his pipe, so you would think that they would want to fight right now, but I guess they just don't know about it.
I don't think they do. They're coming in now, but it's too late. Yeah. You get the match for Ame.
Honestly, they might still go for this play because they should realize that meta had to be spent for that, right? And they have their timing, so ADs on TB with no meta doesn't really make a difference. If they get XM here...
Oh, they should have it. They do.
Now the map is completely in Aurora's terms, or in control. They might even go for tier 2 here. They got the Rasta wards.
It's exactly what you want to do, right? Get a kill, go to the nearest tower that has a wave on it, and that's going to be top.
Just hit level 12 as well.
Oh, man.
I mean, you can tell the difference, right? As soon they go for a smoke, it's clean, they get a kill into an objective.
Yeah. And it's really like, it's super heads up to see that like somebody's going to be distracted. They're going to be going top just to see if they can clear this wave before we get there. Just cut them off and then we can take the tower afterwards. You got such good tower push on this Aurora team. Anybody who steps forward to try to kill the snakes, well, they're getting skewered.
Nice, the lane ward placed by Mira here as well in the top lane.
Yeah.
That's going to help them understand, you know, anytime XG want to flip the map and go to top side, they can use the gates and, you know, they're going to see this guy well in advance, so set up for future kills.
This is so far so good for Aurora. It feels like they've been in control for a while, but Ame finally getting some revenge, maybe. No, the blink! No! Get close! Get close!
Oh my
Just
God.
one more! No!
That's such a taunt.
Oh. That's rough for Ame. I mean, he did everything correct. Just wasn't able to get the kill. Didn't send an illusion after one other of those little cluster clucks.
That's freaking chicken, man.
It's rough. I don't think that it's necessarily, broken. You'd have to spend 1,400 gold to get it, but I think I've seen the most complaints about it because it feels like a kill is right in your hand and then some bullshit happens and no longer do you have that extra gold.
It is true. Gem picked up from Aurora. This is nice. It's like we said, they they're not necessarily in the lead, but they have their timing right now. You know, sure, Nightfall can get a nullifier soon, but I don't think they want to wait for that. They want to speed up this game still.
What is the nullifier is purely for the box, right?
It's for Tinker as well, right? For the defense matrix.
Ah, you're right. You're totally right. Now, I don't think you love going for the nullifier this early. You'd rather wait a long time and just be able to disassemble your Radiance. But at this point, you can't disassemble Radiance yet, I don't think.
No, you for sure want it longer. Oh, yeah. I don't think they can kill this guy.
XXS.
They got
no, he's right on top of him. There we go. They get the kill on Kiyotaka. Even for just... Oh, no, the coil! Oh, no!
Damn,
now, they
that
do
is
get
probably
a gem for themselves, but still...
And killing Kiyotaka through the BKB as well, so... I did not expect the Wheel of Wonder to hit so fast. That was very clutch. The question is, can XG go for a tier 2 here? Ame is going to gate right now, so... They don't have any objectives in mind.
Dude, yeah, right in with the snakes. They could get the kill here. A little bit more damage.
Oh,
no, the save from the box.
No one
He's even gonna
Nightfall.
no, he wants to go back in.
Oh.
No, dude, the double stun. XXS putting his body on the line. XM goes in, gets the kill as well. Oh my God, Sand King. What a bold move, and it works out.
That is so risky though for Aurora. I mean, if they just had one more extra hero, right, they can just bring down the Sand King and probably get out. But because they don't end up finishing him, they simply don't have the damage. They're lacking an extra hero. Poloson is able to get the save, and now XG can finally go for an objective, which has been not the focus at all. Yeah, it's been a while since I felt like I said that. Which is strange, because they have a TB in their lineup.
Yeah.
Now they can get outpost, and that's going to help their map control so much. Also getting the TB into also having TB in the spot when you're controlling the outpost.
Yes.
You're just constantly cutting waves. You're doing the RTC, cutting everything.
No, this is so good. Every illusion hero, man. TB, Naga Siren. This is really nice. Huge save. You can see that first. You have two save supports, right? So box, then all the heal.
He actually tried to, he infest bombed the creep there to try to finish the kill, but it was way too late. I don't think he was gonna finish it regardless, to be fair. But he might have been able to, give himself some more time to maybe get Toronto to connect or something if he used it on a creep to run away, rather.
Now Nullifier is complete, so that's one part of the save that won't happen anymore. Yeah, it's so unfortunate. You have to have, like, 2 Sacred Relics in. You'd rather be disassembling, but it's not really a choice.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get the Nullifier this early, I don't think you're disassembling. And at this point, you might keep the Radiance for the rest of the game, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we see both teams setting up for this Tormentor. XG... Oh,
ooh, TP! Wait. He gets the Sunder at the very last second, but he's still Ice Blasted, and he's still dead.
That's the worst timing, kill. They realize that Kiyotaka has no resources, so they might still go for this, but I think without the TB, they don't have the best tools to deal with Nightfall.
Oh, that's so much of your damage. But XXS, he's gonna try anyways. Getting the Bro Ebi just eliminates Kiyotaka with that Aghanim Scepter, and now it feels like it's even ground again. Nightfall's gonna try to get XXS. BKB Ponto will run away on the other side to get the RP. Then they get the taunt. Maybe they can actually kill this one. With the box, XM is away for now. Toronto Tokyo, he has an infested Lifestealer on him, but he can't get away. Still getting his blink canceled by the knives. I think Xinq would be the only one they might be able to get.
Oh, this is crazy, isn't it?
It feels that way, but with the Nullifier, maybe it's okay. They're going to get the kill on Xinq first.
Out,
yeah, and XM is definitely out. He does not want to look back at this.
All right. Well, that's the most unfortunate timing possible for Ame, honestly. Getting caught 1 versus 5 before his team is ready. I feel like in some ways he's been out of sync with his team for the majority of this game. I mean, it's not the end of the world because they get a trade kill on Kiyotaka, but you gotta feel like they need some better flow in these games for XG. Horn toss as well, picked up for Toronto.
There's just so many times we've seen like we just needed one extra bit of lockdown.
Yep, it's true.
Going for the Sange. Just even going Sange before the Basher, which is a little interesting, not too interesting. We talked about like how important Sange is for this hero. I'm just a little surprised he doesn't want the Basher because it feels like so many of these heroes are kind of just like running away from Nightfall. And obviously Basher would help that out.
Yeah, it would. The Sanj just feels so good, right? Status res.
Yeah.
Almost never bad. I mean, it can actually make a difference in terms of saving your allies as well, right? Because I think he probably doesn't feel so bad in the game in terms of like getting bursted, at least, especially in the teamfight setting. But if he has the status res, he can actually get an infest on, you know, Kiyotaka or somebody.
About that. You don't actually get status anymore. Also, this guy might die. They hit the silence on Tinker. Ice Blast coming through. Does hit him, but not everybody else. And now XM with a huge coil. Getting Kiyotaka. He's just gone. There's too much damage out from this puck. And Ame helping them out too. Another kill from him. Look at the protection that they have from this double save support duo.
Yeah. I mean, there was no way for Kiyotaka and Mira to know that all of XG was going to be there, right? It's kind of a weird place in the map to be after the Tormentors die. He's already dead, but regardless, it's always fun to watch Kiyotaka because it certainly seems like there's no escape plan. You know, when he's going, somebody's dying.
That's true. Just go on in, enable the team. It's very selfless, and sometimes the line between selfless and reckless is quite blurred.
It's either me or you know?
That's true. The ultimatum. Yeah. And so they're doing another good job of kind of like getting objectives after this. I feel like for the first maybe 20 minutes of the game, XG has really struggled with getting kills into objectives. The kills felt almost worthless without getting some power afterwards.
It's gonna move soon, right?
Soon as in now, yeah.
I
think they're realizing this was a really cool idea, but it can't work.
It would have been cool to trade the tier 2 for that, but
smoke.
They want to catch somebody off guard instead. They have a really cool lane ward in the mid lane.
Really, they're just waiting for this regen, right? Okay, yeah, there it is.
They want XM though.
He's too far away for now.
They don't have any vision of him.
But they do know that the camp is gone, so like somebody was around. He's gonna become the ward. Oh, there it is.
Nice BKB, that's super fast.
Well, how on earth did he get the BKB off there? Insane. Actually insane. Now going on the Ringmaster, gonna snake him up here. Just a little bit away from the tower, and there it is. Burrow Epi again. Nightfall has to pop the BKB. Going forward for a little bit more. He does not have an Aegis. He needs to infest him somebody soon here, but he can't do it. It's off cooldown. He's actually alive. Somehow he's alive. He cancels the TP, and they stay on the puck. It's a double kill for Nightfall. Why TP away when you can just murder them all? And now Ame, in a little bit of danger himself. Sunder available with the BKB. Kiyotaka is running a clinic right now against XG.
It just, once again, they're so disconnected, right? I feel like XXX was going to be fine there. But if you want to respond, you can, but you need to do it all together. Like, Ame is not TPing until both of the supports are gone, really. Like, he's still not TPing, you know, he's hitting creeps in the top lane, and it's just not going to work.
Oh.
Like, you need to be all together, you know? Now he's TPing finally, but the fight is already over, right?
And honestly, there was a lot of time, like, that epicenter was kind of just hitting nothing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was really nice.
But now Ame he's just stuck here. You see him here, it's like, guys, what happened, you know? And
right, yeah. And nothing to save. Big BKB too.
There's some problem with the coordination and maybe even leadership on XG right now. They are not in sync at all, and they really need to step it up because you cannot afford to be this sloppy against Aurora that are firing on every cylinder.
They're doing a nice try. This is essentially a top 3 team that you're playing against right now. The way that they played this group stage, the way that they're punishing you for your mistakes, and clearly they have an idea of how they want to play their lineup. This isn't some happenstance game plan from Aurora.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like obviously Aurora is playing amazing Dota right now. I feel like they certainly don't want to be in the shadows of Betboom and Spirit anymore. They want to show the world that they are the new CIS team on the block, not just rejects like BSJ said.
They want to be better than 5th, 6th right now. All right, they've had a few starts like that, but hopefully ending out at the top of their group with this one, if they can get the win. Still, you know, 4 minutes left on the Aegis. Plenty to do here. Paulson's going to start trying to cut the wave, and in fact, yeah. Okay, he has to aggro them out. He'll get out.
That's not a detection on Kiyotaka.
Didn't he have... Oh, no, he lost the gem.
Yeah, he lost it, yeah.
Only 5 galvanized stacks for him, but that's largely because of the selflessness, you know, he's been going with.
Well, he has no travels this time to make up for it.
really, really hard game without your travels.
Right.
Sword Spirit, how do you play the game?
But I guess he's dying, so he gets the TPs for free anyway.
Exactly. It's my strat. More pro players should listen to me about this sort of stuff. You know, I'm revolutionary.
Well, he went for the Basher after all.
Ah, he did, yeah. And there's no... So you only get, like, the lifesteal amp and the slow resistance. So I guess as long as he doesn't miss the slow resistance, then you can just go ahead and finish out the Basher first.
Yep.
And after that, I mean, his build is going to be largely complete. He'll only be
Okay,
switching
here we go.
something out.
Smoke's coming.
Be ready.
Oh no.
There it is. Immediate rage from Nightfall. Oh, once again, he is so good at stopping these moves in their tracks. And on the other side, the Ice Blast, it connects onto Zenq. He's gone, and now Kiyotake, he's going to latch in. But with the RP, do they save? No, Ame! He is gone. Toronto, Tokyo, their target priority is impeccable. Paulson will fall again. This fight is way too disconnected for a team that needs to be around a Tinker.
Amazing targeting, like you said. They go immediately for the Ringmaster. As soon as he's taken out, they can all just channel their forces onto the TB. They go for the RP, and Ame can't do anything without the box of Ringmaster, right? And unfortunately for XG, they try to... Obviously, it's good job by Nightfall tanking this, you know, taking the front of it. But XXS commits his Burrow and his BKB onto Nightfall. Doesn't yield anything, of course, because he's a life stealer. And then, yeah, you see Ame, he just can't do anything at this point. He has no stats in his build, like full Bloodthorn TB, no Butterfly, no Skadi, nothing.
Yeah, the Bloodthorn was definitely an interesting one. This feels like it was supposed to be your way of dealing with the life stealer, but he's got Manta BKB. This guy's got Dispels on lock. He could get another one if he really wants to. After this Basher? Oh, wait. Okay, do they turn this one around? Nightfall, you gotta be careful, man. No Aegis on him. Puck just gets the kill, and now, well, maybe they get something out of this again. XXS, he gets hit by the Ice Blast. Same with XM. He's somehow gonna dodge this one. Surprise, surprise. XM, he'll go down. Kiyotaka zips right on through him. It's like watching Gohan headbutt a guy through his chest. It's the same animation.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good attempt. They get the Nightfall after all, but it's once again without your TP, and I guess they had to do something, but we're still waiting to see that clean fight from XG happening, and it's just not.
Toronto, Tokyo waiting to drag somebody away as well. Yeah, look at that. Blind forward, see if anyone's hanging around.
Oh, they got the Rust Wars. This Miller Barracks is going to be under pressure here.
Already is. And Toronto, Tokyo.
So nice that you can just kill a TB with a right click right now. Oh, nice.
Oh, can you kill a TB with it? Quick on the relocation, but you gotta get away here. No, the save, it's not enough. Ame goes down again. No Sunder, no BKB, no life for the Terror Blade of Xtreme, and the rest could be falling afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna lose their second lane here, and really, it's just... I just want to see them team fight once together, you know, but it might be at a point where it's too late. They're 21k behind right now.
I mean, I know that you're well-versed in this, knowing that you're an IO player. It's kind of similar with Tinker. Sometimes the way that you play these games and these fights is so much different. I think Xtreme, they didn't adjust for how they need to play around with it. You need to be in an area. You need to fight it. And if your team gets too disconnected from each other, then you lose the full benefit of having this Tinker anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I know I said it already, but I still feel it's so important. They are not focused on the same things in the game, right? They're not focusing on taking objectives, controlling the map. It's very hero focused, you know. Oh, we see a guy, we want to kill him. Ah, shit, didn't work. Let's do it again, you know.
We'll get him next time.
Right? And I just think XM's game could have been amazing with the start that he had.
Yeah.
Like, even after losing the lane, even after getting killed by Kiyotaka, he could have been the top network hero now with the TB as well on your team. I feel like this game, they have all the tools compared to game one. They're just not... I feel like they're not level-headed. Maybe the pressure is going into them with, you know, having the backs against the wall in this group stage. Another pusher. I don't think Aurora wants to wait at all. They feel like they're so far ahead.
Toronto, Tokyo, you can see him up here. He's waiting to find this Tinker again. Eliminates the Tinker, and these fights just aren't
This is a
playable.
really nice smoke. Oh, does he see it?
Glimmer. Oh, he found two! But the Blink away, he's fine for now. The rest of the team doesn't care though. Kiyotaka just splits the difference. And he gets the kill anyways.
It's so clean from Aurora. As soon as they see Chinkyu, they understand he's the critical target. Now he has to he's forced to use his buyback. If they see him once more, they're just gonna kill him, and then they're free to go for the RP on the TB.
It's not Zip is not on a low cooldown. There we go. It's another one, but XXS, he's living for now. Doesn't stun away, but at this point you don't have to kill heroes. There's only one Rax left.
Yeah, they can just do the rage, right? Get a few hits.
There, you give him the empower as well. There's no Aegis on this Lifestealer, but it also feels like you don't have kill threat on this Lifestealer.
Oh, he's gonna finish it. He can BKB if he has to.
He does, yeah, he just does. Even using the Infest only. It feels like nothing's really happening to get the Burrow Epi in now. It's a lot of physical damage, but the BKB already out from Nightball. Even giving himself more.
Oh,
and
nice.
oh no, they get the puck. Oh no! Looks like he'll get away actually. Wow, and now Ame's turning, but oh, Kiyotaka in with the Vortex, in with the Ice Blast. They will take everything away from XG. They don't even want to wait for the fight to be over. It's GG. Paulson calls it. That's going to be a 2-0 for Aurora.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do? This was almost a flawless game.